I was born in Colombo, Sri Lanka, an island paradise off the coast of India, plagued by war. After getting home from school, my mom would run classes for kids in our home. Out of about 300 kids, I was probably her worst student, since I was the toughest one to get into class. I think those were the early influences for the space that I'm in now. I didn't realize it at the time, obviously.
My name's Ash, one of the managing directors at NYU Edtech Accelerator, also a co-founder of StartEd. Who are you? The mission of StartEd is to attract and develop edtech entrepreneurs. And in order to solve the world's largest education challenges, we need to build an army of edtech entrepreneurs. So after having gone through grad school, having tried to start a few companies, failing pretty miserably but enjoying myself pretty thoroughly, that I found myself starting one of the first edtech accelerators on the East Coast. That was more experience in understanding how not to run an accelerator. She said I'm insane. She told me to blow my brain. After having run a few of these programs in various forms, I realized that there really wasn't a solution that was sustainable in the education space. That's when I met my co-founder, Jonathan Harbour, and he shared a very similar perspective, having been a very seasoned entrepreneur in the space and a successful one at that. And then we joined forces to start what eventually became StartEd. The way that accelerators work, we get applications from around the world. We tend to get about 500 applications. We then select top 40 who we sit down with, and I invite local investors, groups from NYU, our partners at Steinhardt, and of course my fellow managing directors, and we rapid fire interview about 40 companies in the course of the day. The outcome of that day is that we find a group of companies that we think are the best in the world.
We want to take virtual reality training content and distribute it right into police precincts. Our goal is to just arm officers with the type of nuanced judgment that they need to make the right decisions to secure American communities.
All the elements of our approach are backed up by current cognitive science and learning research.
They're solving problems that the world needs solved, and we can see a role that to be played in helping them solve that. I don't think there's anyone whose mentorship I've needed when I needed it than Jonathan's. It's one of my favorite relationships. It's certainly one that I value very highly. I feel pretty lucky to have him and my fellow managing directors in my life. They probably should be my advisors, not my co-founders. This space is going to be the home for about 10 companies that, again, we think are the best in the world. They could be surrounded by about 150 successful entrepreneurs and mentors, and we're going to help build their companies, Jonathan and I, over the course of 3 months. And ideally, we'll be able to tell that story as we go.